So what is up, guys? We are going over set 8 cards, so we want you to expect the unexpected coming to set 8, and by that I mean we gotta show you the cards that are coming this Thursday. Okay, so Thursday the new set drops, so we're gonna go over the cards and their useful utilities. This video will probably be long because we're discussing the entire pack. So without further ado, let's get started. We have Blaster Blade Spirit. When you place a card when this card's placed from your deck, you counterblast 1. Retire one of your opponent's grade 2 or greater rear guards. That's it. Retires an intercept. And at the end of the battle, this unit was attacked, you retire it. So this is just intercept, period. It doesn't stop anything. It dies on impact from even a grade 0 or a grade 1. But still, the retiring is always neat. So now we're in OTT. We get OTT cards. This is when we get Goddess of the Sun. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, counterblast 2. Add a card from your deck to your hand. During your turn, if your hand has 2 or more cards, this unit gets plus 2,000 power. So I try to maintain an Amaterasu effect. So max it can be at 17,000 if it's cross-ride. But this limit break is interesting because it says when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you counterblast 2 and you get anything. So you can get your PGs and you can get your Toms. So pretty much you're setting up for endgame. That's how good she is. As long as you heal. Self-damagers can actually work because then you're searching faster. So, Goddess of the Sun is interesting. Some support units for Amaterasu. This is a 12k beast stick. Battle Deity, Suntano. Solar Maiden says counterblast 1 and retire 2 of your rear guards. And then you add a Goddess of the Sun Amaterasu from your deck. Oh, that's nice. You can actually search it. Awesome. Okay, so they got a searcher. So they had their own Griffin like DOT. Wow. Battle Maiden Soryu-hime. During your turn, your Vanguard's Amaterasu, this unit gets plus 3,000 power, but it only works in the front row, so it's one of those weird units that, no one's going to play. Shadows get another support unit. It's called Blaster Dark Spirit. When this card is placed from the deck, counterblast 1, and retire your opponent's grade 2 or greater Vanguard in the front row. Great card. This is going to come in handy for cards, but mostly Chromejaller, which we're about to go over. And there's plenty of cards that can actually utilize this, but it has to occur at the right time. So right here, we are now on Gold Paladins, the new cards. So when this card attacks, discard a card, give it 6,000. When it attacks, discard a card from your hand to get plus 3,000. So when it's the Vanguard, you can give it 6,000. When it's a rear guard, it gets 3,000, but you still have to discard a card. No thanks. There he is, guys. Really bask in this dude's glory. This is Conviction Dragon, Chromejaller Dragon. 2 double dragon names. 2 dragon hashtags in his name. Hashtag double dragon, the video game. Anyway, so what Chromejaller does is, and this can be used in shadows and golds. This is how you're going to do your Blaster Dark Spirits as well. So pretty much it's a limit break. It's not a CB, which is really good. You don't have to waste CB for this. So you can make a nice CB deck for this type of card, which is great. So you retire 2 of your rear guards, and this guy gets a critical plus 10,000 power. Really good. He also has a Persona Blast, which is very good as well because you get a call 2 cards. You look at the top 4 and you call 2. This helps you with your Blaster Dark Spirit or Nemain Plains or whatever your slack, as long as those 2 cards are at least an intercept or you're trying to set up a column. Chromejaller's Persona Blast gives you that option, especially after he retires 2 of your units. You'll have a lot to work with. Love that card. Alright, Blazing Lion Platina Ezel. If you hate Gold Paladins now, you'll hate them just a tiny bit more. So we got a limit break 5 here, but in reality, once this is cross-right, it becomes a limit break 4. So what this effect is, you counterblast 1 until the end of your turn, all your rear guards get plus 5,000 power, and this unit gets pretty much goes critical, which is nice. It's nice. And like I said, the cross-ride, yada yada. So the main thing about Platina Ezel is that 5,000. That is really good for stand quality decks. Since this is a crit unit, you can run a nice stand build with this due to the fact your units are most likely going to hit, period. The 5,000 boost and the 5,000 restand, you legit boosted your unit like 10,000 already due to the triggers. So without your opponent hitting a defense trigger, all your units will pretty much be sacking after you hit a trigger anyways. So yeah, I think this card is pretty good in value. I know people make it their heal check, but yeah, Platina Ezel is a pretty damn good card if you use it just right. And this effect, really well done. You just gotta watch it. It's not as bad as MLB, thank God. He can't freaking call units anymore. It's just that he goes critical, which is still a big thing going on. But not too bad. Not too bad. So we got a new back row unit for shadows and golds. Its name is Blackmane Witch. When placed, retire one of your rearguards to call the top card of your deck. You know what I like about this, and you know what, I'm glad I see this? This is interesting due to the fact when you even ride this as a Vanguard, you can sack your Forerunner already to set up a play. What this means is, if there was like a good top deck, like if you top deck the main early, that would be an issue, but I don't see myself like riding this first. This is more like late game, so I can call like Blast or Dark Spirit or see where my deck thinning's at. Very interesting unit for this. This summons Lop Ears, this triggers Lop Ears, this triggers Spirits. This is a good card in general, it just you have to time everything correctly with it. Definitely riding it first turn is not my forte, but you could bring in an extra unit if you needed to. But again, I wouldn't recommend it. It would be situational, but I don't think I would ride this turn 1 now that I say it out loud. I'll probably like play it when it's that time, you know? So you can pretty much do this with Chromejaller too. This helps you up for more plays. Sack cars, sack your G3s, try to top deck the intercept so you're safe. Advance of the Black Chains, Caden. When this unit boost hits a Vanguard, counterblast 1, retire one of your other rear guards, and call the top card of your deck, but it comes at rest. So again, this comes in situational with maybe a stand deck, but the thing that bothers me with this, even if it's stand, dude has to hit a Vanguard. But, positive note with this, if this is in back of the Vanguard and you want to set up an extra attack, never mind, you still won't get it. You actually still won't get it. I thought I was thinking, I'm like, no, you still don't get it. So again, this is like a situation. This is like more like the budget of Chromejaller if you were going for Caden. Alright, now we're on Narukami cards. This is just the Gold Paladin card, just as a Narukami. Discard a card, 6,000 if it's Vanguard. If it's rear guard, 3,000. It's like whatever. Alright, so another Gold Paladin. Knight of Passion, Mage Magus. If Ezel is your Vanguard, plus 3,000. It's just one of those units, so I guess that's where the stands come in. Turbulence Dragon is a Narukami unit. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, it's a limit break. Counterblast 1, retire all your opponent's grade 3 rear guards. Why? This is meaningless to me. Maybe against Diamantes? But this is meaningless to me. You know, I'm glad you're a rare. I swear, if you were a triple rare, I think I would riot. Another bad boy right here. This is a beauty. This is a card you all want to try to get. Do not craft it because Eradicators is coming the following month. So if you want Unlimited, you go for Unlimited. But if you want all the cool Eradicator stuff, just wait a month. But still, Dungaree Unlimited is really neat. Limit Break 4, turn 1, Counterblast 2, bind a card face up from the top of your deck, retire one of your opponent's front rows, so again, kill an intercept. Then if you have 3 more cards in your bind zone, he goes critical. That's beautiful. And pretty much he's 13,000. Now the only way this works to your advantage is if you Dungaree. You have to, for this, you have to cross ride. You have to ride Dungaree and then you ride this, because that's going to give you the bind at 4. Because their Forerunner, I think, helps you get a card from your bind zone, which we'll be going over. But yeah, this card, beautiful Naru card. Very, very tight. If you have your Dungarees, I don't see why not. I really don't see why not. It's Dragonic Kaiser, the Blood. So again, he's a Limit Break 5, Counterblast 3, just to get a critical and 5,000 power. But if it's Cross Ride, it's 13, so it's an 18k unit. If Dragonic Kaiser's in your soul, his Limit Break 5 becomes a Limit Break 4. So it's not even like a Dungaree thing. I mean, Limit Break 5 is kind of achievable if you just self-damage yourself to the 5th damage. So you'll definitely be able to counterblast the 3. You just gotta have your Garuda set. He requires a lot of recharging. If you're going to be using this type of unit and you get the cross ride off at an exact time, you need to at least recharge after every time you use this effect. So that brings me to my next issue. How the hell am I going to recharge when this effect has to be activated during main phase? Because Garuda legit has to get the swing in, so what's the point of the crit? That means I would definitely need the intercept killer, so Garuda actually hits, so that brings me back up to 3 again. That way I can do the effect again. And then swing with the crit. That's the best I see this unit right now. I am going to be doing a lot of theory testing with Vermillion and giving you a deck profile on that. For sure. Because I really don't want to see this unit slept on. Come on, it's Thunder. I'm going after the Thunder. Whirlwind Axe Wielding Exorcist Knight. During your turn, if your Vanguard is Dungaree, this card gets 3,000. So Dungaree even has a 3,000 unit. awkward. During your turn, if your Vanguard's Vermillion. What's with these 12k units? This is like... everyone gets a 12k unit. You get a 12k. You get a 12k. You all get 12ks. Oh my god. Alright, so now we have some more Exorcist Knights. These are supposed to revolve around Coco in a way. Coco, the Exorcist Mage that he used to seal the genies. Well, apparently he has friends. So you counterblast 1, and this card loses Restraint, and during your opponent's turn, this card becomes minus 2,000. So you CB1, so this is, sadly, this is Brutal Jack just with 12k. And then he becomes a 10k on your opponent's turn. You can seal it, though, and then you don't have to waste the counterblast, so he keeps the 12k, so you have a 12k shield, but yeah, there's that. Renaissance Hammer Wielding Exorcist Knight. When this unit boosts Dungaree, Soul Blast 1, and that unit gets 4,000 power, so that's the Amero for the end, but that's Amero for Mr. Dungaree. So we have another Exorcist Mage, Roh Roh. Roh Roh. When placed, you may seal the abilities of one of your other rear guards, or reactive or not effective, and this removes everything. So this is another, this is Coco Mage's sister, I would say, Exorcist Mage Coco's sister. This will free up your plays, those 12k units, like I said, and that will help you in the long run. So there is a sort of Exorcist build where your units are like high powered, but we'll dive into that later. Lightning Sword Wielding Exorcist Knight. During both players' turn, this unit gets minus 4,000 power. So when you seal this, it's a 10k booster. At least it's not like a genie. I guess it can swing because it's 6k. It's not too bad. Alright, so here's the new Forerunner we're getting for Dungaree. This unit was legit made for Dungaree because we're not going to see any more Dungaree support after this. So when your Dungaree is placed, bind a face-up card from the top of your deck. Bind this unit face-up to add a card other than this card from your bind zone to your hand. Notice you only get this effect once. And notice if you bind a PG, you technically will get it back. It's not gone, you can fetch it. And that's the beauty of that. You just gotta have Dungaree as your Vanguard. In a way. No, you don't even need Dungaree. You can bind this anytime, but it says when your Dungaree is placed, you bind a card face up from the top of your deck. But I can see this you don't use until you're done. So how this would work is, how this new Forerunner is going to work is, so far if you ride the first Dungaree, you already binded 3 cards. First Dungaree already set it up. Hypothetically speaking, if you ride, if you did ride Unlimited first, you'll be binding 1 card. And then, obviously, if you got that effect, it would only be 2 cards, so it wouldn't even be enough. So how this would work is, this is why I say it doesn't even matter about the Forerunner. The Forerunner doesn't even matter. The Forerunner just helps you get whatever you binded back to your hand so you can use it just in case. The Forerunner is just going to give you that little push, if anything. Because he can grab any card. So if you binded crappy cards, but there was that one good card, go get it. That's the use I see in this. So this is definitely good for Dungaree in a way. Now we're on the Novas. So here's our boy. Took them forever. And then we're just getting Ethic Buster the following month. Alright, we're talking Ultra Beast Deity Illuminal Dragon. When it attacks a Vanguard, you counterblast 2 and stand 2 of your Beast Deity rear guards. That's great and all, but I got bad news. Some of the Beast Deities, the good ones, aren't out until set 9, which sucks. Anyways, let's get back to this. When this unit boosted, it gets 3,000 power, and if Dragon is, that's a cross ride, so that's 1,300. But the good thing about this is, you don't need a Persona Blast, you just need to tackle the Vanguard, and your units stand up regardless. You just CB2. Yamamoto Drake. Get 4 of these, because you're going to need it for your Ethic Busters, people. You need this for your Ethic Busters, this is what everyone's using. Great rear guard when it restands, 4,000 power. A lot of juice with that. I guess that's the whole point of Illuminal Dragon. Juice it back up, 1,400. Didn't have to waste your booster. Yeah, why not? This was made for Illuminal Dragon first, but then Ethic Buster broke them. So definitely get 4 of these. Really great unit for the restand combos. Period. We get more, at least we get a couple new Beast Deity cards. When this unit stands during your battle phase, it gets 4,000 power. Okay, so a lot of these units that actually restand keep getting 4,000 power. I don't know if this is used in Ethics. I think it would be, since the 4,000 keeps climbing. I'm thinking you would use the units that keep getting the boost every time they restand. So I'm pretty sure this is another type of Ethic Buster card that's going to be needed. Because every time you restand, this restands, yada yada. Ethic Buster keeps restanding these guys. They go up to 1,700. But in this case, these are like intercepts. So you could protect yourself that one turn during Break Ride era. I don't know. I'm just assuming that's the case for this card, because the fact that he restands and gets 4,000 power, it's pretty good. I would assume that's the case. All right, we get another Beast Deity booster. At least we got more Beast Deity at least. At least they didn't like sit us down, you know. When the attack this unit boosted hits a Vanguard, you CB1, put this into your soul, stand one of your Beast Rear Guards. So this is just the Tiger, but it's a 7k booster. So I guess I'm guaranteed a hit. You stand one of your Beast Deity rear guards, so the higher rear guards, but thanks to this, actually, that made this good. This is probably like the only Beast Deity rear guard I would stand. I might actually use the Tiger rear. I actually might use the Tiger Forerunner for this too, because it becomes 1,300. I mean, the only problem with that 1,300 is, and this guy, it's only going to be like 2,000. It's not going to be a lot, so you got to work your way around maybe like an 8k booster in the back. But we'll discuss that in future videos. Now we're on Aquaforce, and believe it or not, Aquaforce is the final thing coming. So I showed you everything, guys. This is the final talk. Let's talk Aqua. This is it. So we got Water General of the Wave-like Spirals, Benedict. Neat. So when it's a rear guard, it's a one-turn effect. At the end of battle, this unit attack the Vanguard, stand it, and it gets minus 5,000 power. The reason for this card is, I would say, final turn. 5th damage, booster in the back. This swings, wasting a PG, restand. The most you would have to do with this, the most you can do with this is use your accelerated Seahorse, make it a 12k. That way you didn't have to waste the restand on this. This card seems like it just wants to hit again. So I would see this card maybe as a final turn attack. But again, very situational, because even if, I mean, technically you can even hit a trigger to boost it. I mean, you just got to make sure you don't lose a booster when playing this card. That's it. As long as this card swings normally, you're good to go. Next, Storm Rider Lysander. At the end of the battle, that this unit attacked a Vanguard, counterblast 1 to exchange the position of this unit and your rear guard in the same column. So in a way, they kind of gave you units that aren't Basil, Diamantes. They just gave you units that CB1 switch places. That's it. As long as they attack the Vanguard, you switch places, you can get an extra attack, but I mean, most likely that probably won't be happening as much, because usually Basil and Diamantes are already attacking the Vanguard, and your Vanguard's attacking the Vanguard. I don't see any of these units actually hitting Vanguard. Just saying. Weird units to add. Tri-Stinger Dragon, it's an LB4. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, for a third battle of that turn or more, you countercharge 2. So he has a fat counterblast 2 to have one of your rear guards get plus 3,000 power. Okay, now we're talking. This is a unit I was actually hoping for, something like that. So maybe there's a good budget deck in Aquaforce where you use Tri-Stinger and you use Benedict for the final attack, because Tri-Stinger's already saying, I'm going to give you 3,000 power, use it. Also, I can see this even if you don't have Maelstrom or you never pulled it. I mean, this unit can help you too. This gives Basil, Diamantes that extra power they need to actually swing at Vanguard. That's actually pretty good. That comes in clutch. These are like the handy cards you see that you're going to need to beat the cross-ride numbers to push your opponent. So like I said, a good budget. Not going to lie, Tri-Stinger can do it. Next, God, this beauty right here. This needed to not exist, but it does. So it's a Limit Break 5, but again becomes Limit Break 4 when you have Glory, as if Glory's in your soul. So when this unit attacks a Vanguard, counterblast 2 till the end of that battle. The best thing about this part is going to say if this is the third turn. This is when this attacks, period. There is no battle pattern. This unit gets plus 5,000 power and a critical. And your opponent must randomly discard a grade 3 to activate their Sentinel. Big situation here, because if they don't have the G3, that means they have to save their G3s in their hand. They can't waste them to attack your intercepts, because if they do, they lose Sentinel privileges, and your Glory is just going to swing at the Vanguard for game. 2 crate is a big deal, especially when they can't Sentinel it, and you have your Sentinels in hand. This is already an issue. I like that about Glory. It makes you, when you know you're fighting Aquaforce now next month, you have to play your hand in a way where it's like, I got to maintain at least 1 G3 to block, because I can push him as much as I can. As long as Glory doesn't get his intercepts, you're good to go. That's what you have to think about. Glory's going to make you think more. That's the beauty of it. Like, Aquaforce was just all willy-nilly. This is actually going to push your brain to saying, okay, I don't know if I could do that, because if he gets Glory, I could be screwed that following turn, so on and so forth. The fact that it becomes LB4 once Maelstrom's done, it's like, yeah, you got to play smart here, because if you don't have the G3, and you have you have 4 Sentinels, but if there's not one G3 in that hand, you're taking 2 crits. So be prepared. Think smart. Alright, some of the rest of the cards. When this unit attacks, if it's the 3rd battle of the turn, your Vanguard gets plus 3,000 power. Okay. I'm seeing a good budget here for Aquaforce. I don't know why. Very awkward budget, but it can work. I can see it. Alright, so we have Storm Rider Damon. At the end of the battle, this unit attack the Vanguard. Counterblast 1, exchange the position, and the rear guard in the same column. This unit and your... It's pretty much, again, it's just... It's like, these are like cards that if you didn't pull Ezel or Diamantes and you need to work with a budget, I think these are the units, sadly. Aquaforce gets their own 7k draw card. If you have 4 more rear guards, draw a card. I'm not going to use it. We have Maelstrom. Battle Siren Neferli. When plays, one of your other grade 3 units get 3,000 power. Lame. Deck Sweeper. When this unit boosts Maelstrom, any type of Maelstrom. Soul Blast 1 plus 4,000 power. Not like we're going to need that too much. And Stream Trooper. When this attack unit boost hits, returns to the hand. Whatever. And then last card, Storm Rider Nicholas. At the end of the battle, same card. If it hits, attacks the Vanguard, you can swipe it. I mean, I don't see like most of these cards being used. Maybe in like a decent budget deck, you can make it work, but I don't know. So that is everything, guys. We went over all set 8. We gave you kind of like opinions on them, on what you should look for. I gave you like the future opinion on what you should be looking out for. Yeah, definitely get a lot of the good Nova Grappler cards, because set 9 Ethic Buster is going to break them, and hopefully your Block Cougars are set as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Be good. Stay safe. I'm glad I can bring this video to you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Peace out. I'm glad I can bring you this video before daybreak that the new set will be dropping. And I'll also be unboxing possibly that Thursday as well. So I'll see you guys then too. Peace out, homies. Be good. And stand up, Vanguard.